Welcome back to Vanguardian News. I'm your host, Mahfouz Al Qadir, and we want to talk about this resurgence. It seems to be happening in Pennsylvania and a lot of these battle state votes, these battleground states. And it's expected. You have Pennsylvania. I believe Biden is leading there, but the Republicans is making a strong surge, and Pennsylvania is a vital state. Um, I've been preaching this. The Trump administration, Trump's campaign is really just focusing on the battle states like Arizona, Texas, Ohio, Florida, South Carolina, possibly Georgia, um, of course, Pennsylvania, Michigan. So it's not a. If you think Trump is not going to make a rally in this race, I think you're being naive. You just got to look at the numbers. You don't know what a person is going to do until they get to the voters box and deliver their vote, cast their vote. So a lot of people, they talk to them around cafes, picnics, or cookouts, whatever, and everybody's talking about the candidate and this, that, and a third. But when you get to the ballot, the voting box, you'd be surprised what people might do. Now, there's been a lot of discussion about the African American males. They're making a resurgence. I think a lot of African American males is making a surge in the Trump. That can be concerning for a lot of people in the Democrats because these are people that you ignored. So, regardless of what you want to say, they seem to be registering with Trump's message, and they seem to be a lot of them seem to be either worrying about their tax situation, which is always a big deal. People dismiss it. These tax increases and stuff like that, when you don't see the programs or stuff like that that's helping us directly, and people say, well, your local elections is very important. That's why I say the midterm elections coming up is really the one that you should keep an eye on, and really one that I want to see this turnout. You got 95 million Americans that's already cast their vote. That's like I think 70% from 2016. So it will be a interesting element. I'm listening to some of the outlets, and so it's. I believe the race is going to be closer than what people think. I still don't think. I believe Biden will win. Biden-Harris campaign will eventually win, but we don't know as far as when that victory declaration will be made, because it's going to go into several days before some of these votes around the country can be counted securely and without any shenanigans. So I saw that the White House is adding some security reinforcement gates and stuff like that. So I think if Biden should win, and if it's called that day or that week or this week or whatever, Trump is obviously is preparing his military or his security detail to either squash any skirmishes that might arise. But let's hope everybody is peaceful, and let's hope everyone use common sense. I think common sense has been basically just been non-existent on a lot of decisions sometimes people make. So let's use common sense. Definitely no violence, but no violence. let's be classy, people, if we can. And it's an election, folks. I know people's passionate about certain things, but it's just an election. It's an election. They will always have elections unless the country go in a different direction. So I think everyone needs to calm down and just reevaluate the situation. And but let the people speak as well. So the people have a lot to say, and let them speak. Let them have their voice, and let them go out here and support who they want to support passionately. But we just don't want the violence. We just don't want that, and we don't want the rhetoric to be such that it inflame already sensitive a sensitive situation, and we don't want anything to be inflamed and stuff like that. So I don't think anything like that would happen, but you never know. So sorry, I'm coming at you today. My microphone is somewhat faulty if I move it closer, so pardon me. So again, I want as far as black folks, we got to get out and vote, man. You can't wish things. You can't, can't say my vote don't count. Your vote counts. Every vote counts. You need to get out there and participate and vote. If you can't vote, go online, go to Google if you have access to the internet, and check publications maybe for your mail or whatever for assistance in getting to the polls and your local poll districts, and maybe there's some type of share ride going on around that particular time. But try to make it. Try to cast your vote if you're a registered voter, and if you're not registered, get registered, because midterms will be here in 2 years. So you're not left out. Get registered and in your state, and join the process, because this is your time to make a difference. And every individual has an individual right to be heard, and that's what we're trying to preach here. We need to get the power back to the people, and that's why. Yeah, that's what I support. Some way it got lost, and the politicians have gotten a stranglehold on the power here, and we need to get the power back into the people's hands. And the way you can do that is direct power in voting. And if you don't like this person, he's not up to par, vote him out and vote for someone else who you think that's going to be in the best interest of you and your community. So there's interesting. The rhetoric coming from either party is very interesting. So, as far as my quest, I'm still doing research on trying to get my party, the Vanguardian Party, started. I'm just doing a little filling out process now, research. Normally with me, I look at things, I kind of let it marinate a little bit, and then I'll go forward. But it's a process. It's not an overnight thing, but at least I want to be educated on paperwork, necessary things I need, trying to get the signatures, also try to have a plan and get organized. I don't want to just go willy-nilly on stuff. I think we do that a lot as black people. We kind of go off the willy-nilly or what's hot, but you have to be organized. We have to have a strategic plan and be tactful about how you go about implementing the plan. And Lord willing, if everybody's on board with it, we can move in a direction that's going to really make significant change going forward. But it's going to take hard work, and it's going to take a commitment from everyone. And it's not just black folks, not just white folks, but everyone. The power belongs back into the people's hand, and this is a direct way that you can get to voice your opinion and make your choice and your decision by casting your vote for the candidate that you feel directly is going to be in the best interest of you going forward in your family. So and then hold them accountable. That's the big thing. Just not get them in there and get like we was in the Obama years and start celebrating and can't get out of inauguration mode. Get out of the celebratory mode after inauguration if Biden wins, and get some boots on the ground and start mobilizing and start getting at this Republican Party if they try to, because this is what they're going to do. They're going to try to take down the Health Care Act, the Affordable Health Care Act. They're going to abolish that, and they're going to abolish your Voting Rights Act as we know it. So hold them accountable for stuff like that. Keep those laws intact. Also, hold them accountable for getting this anti-lynching bill across the goal line. You have one individual holding this up, and that's Senator Rand Paul. But he has to. This is a ridiculous bill to even be debating. So to me, you're still harboring racism if you can't pass an anti-lynching bill. So that means you have buddies maybe in places that do these type of things, or maybe support certain aspects of racism, and because they just they're hiding in the shadows or whatever. I just can't see in 2020 and going into 2021 that we don't have a federal law regarding lynchings, a federal law, an anti-lynching law across the board. I just can't see how that's not into law. Okay, they've been playing politics with this for centuries, and this is something that you, me, and every American can benefit off of, getting that process out the way, and we can move on. But to me, when stuff like that is not passed, and we're talking about Americans being lynched and killed, and you don't have making that a federal law, considering the past and the history of African Americans in this country, to me, it's a slap in the face. It's disrespect, and we're not going to put up with it. We're going to get that law passed regardless. So I want people to know, once you cast your vote, and whoever occupies the White House, this law has to be passed within the next 100 days of their presidency, whoever it is that's operating the Oval Office. So that's just my spiel for today. Man, that anti-lynching law gets to me, considering the history of this country, and it just seems like you got these frat house boys that's in Congress just want to continue to be status quo. We're not going to allow. It's not going to happen. And we also want police reform across the board, federal police reform in some of these places, and get this corruption out of the police departments, because that got to go too. So that's what I'm about. That's what I'm going to push forward. That's going to be my personal agenda going forward, constantly raising that consciousness about these issues. So hope everyone is doing well on this Monday, and we will see you soon.